You know, I've been teasing people for the last couple days on Facebook about something that was getting shipped to my house and I didn't say what it was. It came on a truck because it came via pallet. Check it out. Global Truss. Two beautiful 7-foot 4-inch totems I built with big base plates and small top plates. For moving heads, you can put plasma mounts on here. Do whatever you want with them. They're really cool. I can't wait to get them on the road. Let me show you how I built them. You start off with a base plate. It's got some weight to it. It's aluminum, but it's easy to carry. As you can see, I can handle it just fine. Now on each base plate you have these truss adapters. On each one of the pull adapters you get a truss pin and a cotter pin that holds it on. Take all of these off. We're going to start off with our first piece of truss. I went with little stuff this time for my starter package because I wanted to show how compact it could be. This piece of truss right here, this 12 by 12, is 29.5 inches long. We take our first piece of truss and simply place it right here over the pull adapters on the base plate. Remember those pins we took out of our trussing base plate adapters? We're going to put them back in with the truss in place, like this. Alright, here's where things get loud. For safety purposes, you take a ball peen hammer. You have to tap each one of these pins in with the hammer, believe it or not. What that does is it gets the pin in nice and tight, and it also exposes the hole on the other side so you can pipe your cotter pin through. With every stick of truss you buy, you get a bag of accessories right here. Pull adapters, pins, cotter pins, all that stuff. You can use that to extend your truss. Then you go ahead and stick your pins in here like you did on the bottom plate. I found that sometimes you have to turn these around. You see they have a hole on each side. Sometimes it isn't going well one way. So turn it around and try it the other way. Then just like before, give everything a little tap. Get on there, good and secure. And put your cotter pins in. Now we've got our truss adapters installed, we can go ahead and put our second piece of truss up. Put pins in here and the cotter pins, and of course tap them in with the hammer, just like we did on the base plate. Alright, we are now 59 inches tall, and I want to add another stick, but it's getting a little tall for me. I want to put a base plate on that stick. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my truss adapters in, and get those attached and ready for my next piece of truss. I found this easiest to assemble on the ground and then lift it up. What we're going to do is take this right here, which we're going to use as our top plate. Little bitty guy, kind of like the bottom plate but a micro version of it. Now you could use this as a base plate if you're going to use one stick and put a moving head on it or something, but we're going to use it as a top plate. So what we have to do is remove the pins, just like we did on our bottom plate. And then we just stick this right on the top of our truss, hammer the pins in, and stick our cotter pins in for safety, and we're ready to stick it on the top. Here's a quick tip for you. When you're working with trussing pins like this, notice the cotter pin hole. Make sure that the hole is almost horizontal. Otherwise, it's hard to get your cotter pin in, especially when you're working with top and bottom plates. I found this out the hard way today, so I'm passing it on to you before you make this mistake. Alright, we have everything assembled on the last piece of trussing. Let's go ahead and add it to our totem. And that's what two way cool 7-foot 4-inch global truss totems look like. Now you could do tons of things with totems like this. You could get plasma mounts for them, put TVs on them, moving heads on top, whatever. But I think whatever you do, you gotta warm your truss. I'm talking about LED uplighting. We're gonna use these right here, the Mega Tripart profiles. I'm gonna remove the bracket and stick it right inside of the truss. Now that's cool. This is my first global truss setup. I'm very excited to use it on the road. You can do all kinds of stuff with Global Truss. This is just for starters for me. I'm going to expand on this and show you guys even more cool stuff you can do with Global Truss. You can put moving heads up there, or even your microgalaxine if you want to. You can put socks over the truss. All kinds of neat stuff. So stay tuned for more, practice, and enjoy.